Okay, hello. You can barely see me for all the stuff here. I'm gonna do a bit of a spontaneous kind of random video today. I'm gonna take this down. This is what I've been doing today. I've ran some errands, I guess, and I have bought a bunch of movies. It's Saturday today, and I went out and I went to I think maybe 5 different secondhand stores. So I thought that I would show you the stuff that I bought today, and I also have a package that I picked up today. Sorry, I'm tired. This is a perfect moment to make a video when I'm really tired. But it's gonna work. I'm gonna make it work. I'm just gonna, you know, blank out a few times, maybe fall asleep twice. Now I feel like the camera is so far away. I needed to have it that far away before because we had so much stuff. I'm gonna move it a bit closer. Okay, that's better. Yeah, hi, welcome to Mixed Bag. Quite literally, well actually, it's only DVDs in there, so not really that mixed. But we have a bunch of mixed stuff in here that I thought that I would just show you and just make a, I suppose, just a general vlog. I don't know, I feel like that the use of the word vlog in that sense is kind of like very 2007. You know, a vlog, you sit here and talk. That's not really a vlog these days, is it? I don't know. I feel like a vlog is when you move around and you film yourself doing stuff. I'm just going to be sitting right here and talking to you and showing you a bunch of stuff that I bought today. I'm going to stumble over many words, but we're going to have to deal with that. Yeah, you know, my sleeping schedule is a bit messed up at the moment. I'm trying to fix it, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I was out right now to a bunch of places, and it wasn't really that tiresome. I mean, I guess I'm more maybe I'm more mentally tired than physically tired. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like making a video because I have a bunch of stuff to show you, and because with all the stuff that I have for my next DVD and Blu-ray update, which I am sort of prolonging because I have to film it before, or I don't have to, but I kind of want to film it before the sun goes down, because after that, without the natural light and with my crappy lighting in my apartment, it's gonna be a poorly lit video, and I don't really want it to look bad. So I'm gonna wait until I can film it like a day like this, you know, when I'm actually up and not doing anything else before the sun goes down. But now I'm making this video, so it's gonna have to wait even longer. But yeah, so I have a bunch of stuff already. The pile is like humongous. You'll see later for my DVD and Blu-ray update. So, and I was seeing, as I was just in a bunch of secondhand stores now, that would have just made the piles even bigger. And I have a couple packages coming. I'm gonna try to make separate videos with those as well. So I'm gonna try to keep the size of the update down as much as I can. So I'm gonna make a few videos around the update, so to speak. But yeah, this video is gonna be a bunch of mixed stuff. Well, not a bunch, but I'm just gonna talk to you about what I've done today. So I don't know if you could see the clock. It was a bit of a glare on the clock before, but it's 1:30 now, and I left about almost 3 hours ago for the first second-hand store. About half of which we have in here. I mean, half of the DVDs in here, maybe like 2/3, is from the first second-hand store, and then I went to a second-hand store and I bought some more stuff. And it's pretty cool because in that second-hand store, I've never found anything before, nothing good really, and so I've been kind of skeptical about going there, and haven't really gone there very often because I haven't really made any great finds. And so today, today I actually did find a few things. So I went to those 2 places, or I should mention too before I move on perhaps, that I went out today both to hunt for myself and to sort of try to find stuff for my online shop or whatever that I kind of have to keep going in order to be able to buy stuff for myself. That's sort of whatever I sell for online, maybe a little bit less actually. I can buy stuff to myself. That was a messed up sentence. What I sell for online, yeah, the money I make from my little buying and selling business, That's what I can buy movies for myself. Wait, yeah, okay. So yeah, so I went to those two places, and then I was gonna pick up a package on the way. We got that here, but I forgot the code that they needed, so I had to pass it. I mean, I was right there. It was very annoying, so I had to pass it. And on my way home, I went to a third secondhand store, the stuff of which we have in here. But this is very unexciting. You might not believe it, but everything in this bag cost me $1. Wanna know why? Well, because it's VHS tapes, and they charge, I think, about 10 cents for the VHS tapes. And I've seen stores of people when they film videos like Cinema Sickness, you know, when he's in secondhand stores. I have heard him say that, oh, the VHS tapes, they're only 10 cents and whatever. But over here, I've never seen VHS tapes that cheap. So when I was there recently and I found VHS tapes for one Swedish crown, whatever, which is basically 10 cents. I was very surprised, because I've never seen that cheap before. It literally cannot get any cheaper. So yeah, so I bought 9 of those for $1. But they're not for me. They're for I'll get to those later. And then after that, I went home and I left the stuff here. And then I picked up the code that they needed, and I went and picked up this package, which I've been waiting for about 2 weeks now. It took a while for this to arrive. This is from a Swedish auction store. We got a bunch of Simpsons stuff in here, so I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly. I was gonna make a separate video of this actually, but now I thought that I'm just gonna combine everything and make a bit of a blog today and just talk about my day and whatever. Yeah, so I did that, and then I went back home again. I left the stuff, and then despite having been to the 2 remaining secondhand stores that I haven't been to today, despite having been there about 3 days ago, I still went there because you never know. But I didn't find anything, so it was a bit of my third sort of trip for the day. It was a bit of a waste. Although I did buy some sweets. Some, yeah. And apparently I'm drinking sodas again. It's not great, but yeah. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think I'm gonna start showing you the stuff. I'll just remove the stuff that I bought from the second store. So yeah, this will be very mixed. Some stuff for me, some stuff for my little store. Quite a bit of stuff for the store actually, but we're just gonna go through this. Yeah, so I really want to film this, but it's really kind of awkward to film, and it's I mean, and I want to get in as quick as possible. But at this first store where I started my hunting adventure for the day, it's so much fun because, well, I don't know, I'm uncomfortable in the situation, but at the same time it's pretty funny because it's about 100 people every time I go there. Before they open, because they're only open 3 times a week. It's you know, a non-profit organization, so a lot of people flock to the stores because, you know, they stock up on items, and I mean on whatever they have, you know, since they're closed for several days at a time. Sometimes stuff will accumulate in the store. And so people, they want to get in as quickly as possible, and so people push. And it's like worse than a mosh pit. I've never been in a mosh pit. I just want to stand there and look at the concert. You know, I don't want to be in a mosh pit. But it's like a mosh pit for senior citizens. It's hilarious. But anyway, so I was in the middle of that, and I went in. And yeah, I feel a bit uncomfortable in that situation. I don't like standing around in the middle of 100 people, you know, and then, you know, and it's a bit stressful too, having to sort of hurry to the DVD shelf, to the DVD section, because of course I don't want anyone else to get there before I do. I want to get the good stuff, and I usually end up getting there before anyone else. and I get very nervous if I see someone walking in that direction, because the last thing I want to see would be such a nightmare to see someone grab something valuable off the shelf, and I'm like, no. It never happened, but it would be a nightmare, for sure, no exaggeration. And I have dreams about the end of the world regularly, so I know what nightmares are. I'm just kidding. But I got there before anyone else, and I picked a bunch of stuff off the shelves. Some stuff were a bit too scratched, or well, I did pick up a couple of things that were scratched, actually, but I do. If I sell something that is scratched, I know it's taken me forever to actually get to the stuff, but I did say that this was part vlog, part pickup video. But if I sell something scratched online, then it's of course I make sure that they play correctly, and I write it in the description of the auction or whatever. I write, you know, this disc is scratched, but it plays fine. Anyway, so yeah, I picked up Suits season 1 and 2. My sister talked about this show a while ago, well, several years ago actually, and she recommended this to me, and I never watched it because it just didn't seem like a show that I would enjoy. Maybe it is, I don't know, but this was only 15 crowns, it's like $1.50, and for season 1 and 2, I think I can get more for that. You know, some stuff I pick up, I picked up stuff for probably $100 overall that I have not been able to sell for more, because sometimes you have to take chances. Because if you realize when you get home that something that you did not pick up because you wasn't sure is actually worth a lot of money, you're gonna kick yourself hard. So I usually pick up stuff if I am sort of thinking that it might be worth something. I mean, season sets, they're pretty easy to know what they go for. But the other stuff, like movies you've never seen before out in the wild or whatever, or that you didn't even know about, it's a bit more tricky. But anyway, so some of this stuff I don't know if I'll get anything for. This one just sold for quite a bit. Guest House Paradiso. So 10 crowns for this, $1. I think it sold for 20 bucks recently. But this is actually a pretty funny movie. I do own this. Rick Mayall, who died a few years ago. It's a crazy. If you haven't seen this, it's a completely over the top, ridiculous slapstick movie. I mean, sometimes covers tend to exaggerate. This does not. This is not even the most extreme slapstick moment in the movie. Maybe one of them. I don't know. But it's if you know Rick Mayall and Adrian Edmondson from like Bottom, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. I do own the box set. Maybe I should give it a second chance. It's been several years now. But if you know their humor, then maybe you know what you're in for. Although if you know their humor, you've probably seen this movie. This movie, sometimes I pick up Swedish movies that I think they might be worth a lot, or it might be one of those DVDs that, you know, you have a couple, you have at least a dozen of those really cheap, going for really cheap online. This might be one of those. It might very well be Blodsbröder. I don't know. A couple things for myself. Turner and Hooch, Tom Hanks movie. Yeah, I've never seen this. I think I added this to my Amazon wishlist in the comedy section in 2010. So, been wanting to see that for a while. And well, actually, I picked up the first two of this. So I'll show those first. But the first two, they're from the store. But I don't know. These I don't know if I can sell for more. I'm pretty sure I can, but how much, I don't know. But Tusen bröder, season 1 and 2. I don't know how to. That's pretty funny actually. Blodsbröder, Tusen bröder. Bröder means brothers. Blod means blood. Tusen means 1,000. It doesn't matter, but similar titles. I didn't even think about that. It was kind of funny actually. Anyway, great Swedish drama crime series, which I do own this, season 1 and 2, but I might get a little bit more for those. Took a chance. But this one I did not have actually. Tusen bröder, the reunion, which is a movie. These are 2 seasons, and this is the movie that came 3 years later. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch this now, but I needed this for the collection. This is an incredible show. If you can find this with English subtitles, I highly recommend this. Season 1 is about them ultimately pulling off a heist or a crime. I can't remember what they did, but I guess they need money. Yeah, well, obviously they do, but yeah, oh yeah, right. They pull off heists. I think they pull off robberies. These three friends here. It goes well in the beginning, but then things start to get more real. I saw this with my mom on TV. This came out, it says 2002. I think it must have been then, or maybe 2 years later than that. And I loved it. But I love season 2 even more, because this is... there's something about this that I unfortunately have to say that I romanticize, and I have been ever since I saw this. Right after I saw that, I guess this is from 1 year later. So I just noticed there is a sticker of I don't know his name in English, but the Winnie the Pooh character on the front of Turner and Hooch. Anyway, this is about them, spoiler, but whatever, being caught. They've been caught, so they're in prison, and it mainly follows. Well, I'm not going to reveal much, but it follows this guy. You can see he's in the front there. He was actually married to Noomi Rapace. They got divorced a few years ago, I guess. But so it follows. This season 2 follows him, and it's about him in prison. And then along with this guy, terrific Swedish actor who does a fantastic performance in this. Together with him, he breaks out of the prison, and then it's about them being on the run. And those episodes when they're on the run, I just loved watching those back in the day. I haven't seen this in a long time. Maybe I should revisit this show. I mean, I do own it, but now I'm reminded that it's a really good show, and maybe I'm just gonna have to watch it again. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so I found the 2 seasons possibly for the store. They might not be worth anything, and then the third sequel movie for myself. So cool. This I think this goes for. I honestly don't know. The Dog Coach, I guess, some Swedish TV show, which I have sold. I think I've sold that for. Have I? Well, I think I bought one of those a long time ago, and I haven't sold it yet. But they're cheap. I think I can get more for it eventually. Then we have the Heroes of Telemark, sealed, which have gone for. It's been going up and down in price. I don't think it's worth a whole lot these days, but I have sold copies of that before a few times, and I always get more than what I pay for, at least. It's a good movie, this, actually. Maybe I should just keep this. Actually, maybe I'll just keep this, because it is a good movie. I have seen this. This, I don't know, this is called Escape from Sobibor. It's one of those titles that might not be worth anything. I can guarantee you that a couple of these in this update, they're not worth anything really. But sometimes you have to take chances. So, from 1987, maybe this is good, maybe I should watch it myself. Alan Arkin, Rutger Hauer, I don't know. And then I found this, K9PI, Swedish release with James Belushi. I might keep this for myself, I don't know. I think this is, this is the sequel. So, the sequel to K9. So I need to get K9 before watching this, if I'm keeping it. It's actually pretty scratched. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's I don't know. It's not gonna. It's gonna play fine, I'm sure. But of course, you want your discs to be scratch-free, especially if you're gonna sell them. I don't know about that one yet. I think I might. It depends what it goes for, whether or not I'll sell it, because I haven't seen the first one, and so I kind of need to get that first. And anyway, this is a documentary released by, if you can see the logo here, hopefully it doesn't make the focus go all haywire or whatever, if that's the right word, I don't know. Folkets Bio, that's a sort of, I don't know what I think they do a bunch of things. They, let's just make sure that it's focused, okay. Yeah, I think they screen movies and they distribute movies, a lot of documentaries, a lot of foreign movies and smaller movies, and they release a lot of documentaries on DVD. This seems to be a documentary about living, it doesn't say, it does actually over here, about homeless people, about being homeless, from 2006, 2 hours long. It's called, well, it translates to you never know about tomorrow, or you never know what tomorrow might bring, or whatever. So that's what I found at the first store. The second store, I actually got these for 5 crowns each, which is about 50 cents, because one of them that I bought was only 5 crowns. It's called SM in Bodybuilding 2005. SM is like, I don't even know, how do you translate that? I don't even know. It's like the highest, on the highest level you can compete in Sweden. Sweden Masters, Swedish. I have no idea how to translate that. But you know, I mean, I enjoy watching bodybuilding channels on YouTube. I enjoy lifting weights myself. I don't know, I've become interested in bodybuilding over the past couple of years. 5 crowns, it's not a bad deal. I've seen this DVD around before. I don't know if gymgrossisten.com, that's actually the place where I get my, there's nothing left but casein, and nothing left here either, whey, and finally, gainer. I use very little of that these days, but that is where I used to buy all of my food supplements from. So I guess they maybe sponsor this DVD or something. I don't even know, or really I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. So and because that's that was in like a different section where the DVDs were only 5 crowns. Normally these other ones they are 10 crowns, but because the woman in the cash register or whatever, she saw this first and it says 5, she just assumed the other ones were 5 as well. And you know, like the asshole I am, I'm not gonna say anything. So I picked up 6. Well, actually, I was gonna pick up 5. I did bring this North by Northwest, which I actually do not own, but I of course want this on Blu-ray. I have seen this terrific Hitchcock movie, obviously, but yeah, I feel like I want to see this again on Blu-ray, not on DVD. I mistook. I recently sold the remake of The Lady Vanishes for a little bit of money, and I guess I don't know what I was thinking. I was tired. I'm gonna blame it on that. I mistook this for The Lady Vanishes, but then in the register I was like, wait a minute, this is I don't know if this is worth anything. So I was like, I'm just gonna take these and I'm gonna put these away. Is what I said to her. But then she was like, oh no, you gotta pay for, you gotta, because I paid with a debit card. So, and she said, you gotta buy for 30 crowns to pay with a card, and 5 DVDs are only 25, because she charged me too little. So because of that I said, okay, well, I'll just get this then. So, I got it. But yeah, 50 cents each for these. This is one called Memphis Belle, which I've never seen before, so it might be worth something. Same with this one, Glory, which I saw recently. I got this on Blu-ray recently. and I've never seen this DVD before, so you know, just hoping that I might be able to get some more money for that. This one I recently sold, but it's a good comedy, so I don't know, but if I have a movie and I know I can get some money for it, and I don't really want to watch it again anytime soon, I might sell it even if I like it. This is one of those. It's a Swedish comedy called 1 in a Million, which is pretty... well, it's not really scratched, it's just kind of... well, I guess it is. It looks... yeah, well, it is, but it's just kind of dirty, I guess. But I'm gonna make sure it plays fine, and I'll get some more money for that. This one is something that nobody in the world has ever heard of but me. I actually recognize this. I found this and I was like, ah, cool, I've been wanting to see that. And I must be the only person in the world who's been wanting to see this. It's called well, I'm not gonna get into this. You know, I could go on and on about this. They have a TV show about this big what do you call it? It's like a one-of-a-kind, big, huge store where you can buy all kinds of stuff for cheap prices, and people flock to the store. And they have a TV show going on called Ullared, which is the name of the city, and the name of the store is GKs. And they have a TV show about that, about people camping around that store, I guess. I've never properly watched it, and you know, it's embarrassing. It's one of those TV shows which makes you feel embarrassed to be Swedish. That's a bit harsh, but it's yeah, it's about shopping cheap groceries, I guess, and clothes, and there's camera crew. Now I did go in depth. I mean, I said that I wouldn't. Sorry. It's pretty interesting though. I guess, because it's just a TV show about you know, the camera crew try to find interesting people and they interview them about what they're shopping, and it's usually pretty funny. And anyway, this movie is apparently a road movie about this guy called Bertil, who travels to GKs. Let's see, what does it say on the back? He's 75 years old, he travels from his village to go to the shopping paradise, GKs. And that's what it's about. And I knew about this movie because I saw this DVD on CD-ON maybe a year ago, and I almost bought it for a lot more money. But I'm glad I didn't, because now I found this obscure little thing produced by God knows what, I don't know. Yeah, I found this for 50 cents. And I love stuff like that. It's only 54 minutes long, so I think I'll enjoy that. But I was really surprised to find that, and I thought that it was kind of funny that I actually recognized it, because it's such an obscure little title. So anyway, oh god, we still have a bunch of stuff to go. Well, I mean, the VHS, you know, sometimes, extremely rarely, but sometimes, you can get a little bit of money, you know, not a lot, but you know, more than 10 cents for like some Swedish kids VHS, like Swedish shows that might not have been released to DVD. Maybe there's some nostalgic value for some people. And I was there recently and I picked up a few that I knew I could sell for a little bit more, and I passed on a bunch of stuff. But now I just went back and I bought 9 titles, 8 out of those kid stuff that, you know, if I can't get anything for it, and then I only wasted $1. So it's not a big deal, but I got, you know, I just got some titles here which I figured maybe 1 or 2 of these is worth something, maybe not. I mean, they're VHS tapes. They don't really go for a lot. I mean, well, rare foreign like exploitation movies, because Sweden back in the day, apparently Sweden, they were really good at releasing old movies on VHS. Well, I don't know if they were old back then. I guess they still were, but not as old as now, obviously. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so those VHS tapes, that those kind of old rentals of movies that you cannot find anywhere else, they're worth a lot of money. Some kid stuff is worth a little bit, but I don't know if this is worth anything. If you happen to know, if you're from Sweden and you happen to know, I doubt it, but just for the hell of it, I'm just gonna show the covers to you very briefly. And if I bought only crap, then, like I said, I wasted $1. Biker Mice, I had the toys for this, actually, when I was a kid. And what do you know? This tape is sealed. It's been... wow, it's been a long time since I held a sealed VHS tape in my hands. Yeah, it's been a long time. And the case is broken, but anyway. I think if you're from Sweden, you will know these two people here. They're siblings, entertainers. So that's the kid stuff, and then I found this Swedish movie, which I know for a fact have sold for something. But if it was the VHS or the DVD, I don't know. This might have been released to DVD. If so, this is pointless. Nothing. Well, it's worth nothing, you know. But yeah. Yeah. Now to the Simpsons stuff. So I do collect Simpsons stuff, and there was this one seller who had a bunch of stuff, and he put the starting bid at about $10 US, and then I think the shipping was about $5-6. So I put in a bid for $10, and nobody else overbid me, so I won this stuff. And it was just a pretty poor picture, like picture from above, with all of the stuff on a table or on the floor or something. So I don't really know exactly what we have in here, but I know that we have one plush of Wiggum that is I think pretty rare, not that easy to find. And new battery. Anyway, and I love Simpsons. I do find it fun to collect Simpsons stuff. Not everything, but various Simpsons stuff is fun to collect. I've only recently started. But yeah, so this seller, he had, yeah, God knows what. It looked like there was some figures and, yeah, a couple plushies, a couple cups or mugs, and two ties, I think. Which I've seen a lot of ties of the Simpsons on this Swedish auction site for some reason, I don't know. And he shipped it in a Coca-Cola box. Wonderful. Last time I bought a bundle of Simpsons stuff, I got it shipped to me in a plastic bag. A fucking plastic bag. Can you believe that? I went on and on about, well, I did rant about that a little bit right after that happened. But I've had no good luck with buying Simpson stuff from this website, so this has taken me forever to get into. But anyway, the stuff in this I don't think is as fragile, although I don't know. We're gonna have to see. And here is everything in, yes, a plastic bag, wonderful. So I'm hoping for something else than just useless garbage, but there may very well be some useless garbage in here. But yeah, $15 for this. I mean, it's. I just thought that I would. What the hell, you know? So we got a tie here. I am Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you? And it's a little bit dirty, so wonderful. I didn't bid for this, for the ties. I mean, if you removed them, I would have had no problem with that. And then another one. A very fragile little cheap plastic mug. Here's the Wiggum doll, which actually seems to be fairly difficult to find. So cool. At least we have that. And then a Bart Simpsons doll. I have no idea where this comes from, if this is official or what. He's wearing a blue sweater. And I did read that apparently the Simpsons, they officially released Bart Simpson's dolls with a blue sweater, as opposed to a red one, to mess with bootleggers who, I guess, released blue sweater Bart Simpson dolls. So if that's true, I don't know. But if it is, whether or not this is a bootleg or not, or I don't know. But it says Matt Groening here, but I guess that doesn't have to mean anything. If you know, please let me know. Yeah, what do we have here? I don't know. I mainly bought it for this, to be honest. We have Barney. I don't know where these figures come from either. If I can find something online, I guess cool, but I don't know. I have no idea. Homer Simpsons. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We just have a bunch of cheap-looking figures that I don't really care very much about. Where's this from? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it's dirty and stuff. Pretty gross. I don't think I'm gonna want to keep these figures. If you know where these come from, these talking figures, well, any of them, I guess, but especially these talking figures, let me know. So I guess maybe this is cheap plastic stuff. Well, this one is a little bit cooler, but nothing to keep on the shelf. I don't. It looks like a McDonald's toy, but I don't know. Another mug. And more cheap looking figures. Oh, isn't that amazing? Yeah, I'm pretty happy that I'm glad that I didn't make a separate video out of this, because this is not really worth its own video. 15 bucks for this. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm really happy about this doll, or about this plush. This is the reason why I bought it, to be honest. But this other stuff, if you know anything about any of this, just drop a comment. I didn't show you very in depth, I suppose, but I'm not even gonna bother going through this stuff. Well, actually, we do have a couple keychains. They're always cool, I guess. Let's check those out. This is okay, I guess. I might keep this, but oh yeah, most of this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not disappointed necessarily. I mean, I would have hoped for something cool except for the Wiggum plush, but see, I made it. I won the game. But even so, like I said, this is the reason why I bought it. And it looks might not look like much, maybe it isn't, but I just like having stuff that is not too easy to find, like this plush here. So yeah, alright, that's it though. So yeah, there we go. A couple of piles of stuff. I need to eat something now. In fact, let's see. I think I have some spaghetti and meatballs. And I have salmon too. I'm gonna go for the salmon. Looks better. Okay. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like when I'm tired, I can't articulate very well. I mean, I have problems with pronunciation sometimes, which I'm sure you noticed. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean my kitchen table. I should have done that on the floor. I'm gonna have to clean this thoroughly. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and drop a comment if you want to, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. And I will talk to you later. And I will talk to you later. Ska det vara så svårt att göra ett outro? Vad fan? And I will talk to you later.